Like my oldest daughter came to me like when they started school, and the majority of kids there are white, so you have like the girls with the long hair, and like my oldest daughter came to me saying, oh mummy, I want to have long hair like my friends, and having to teach her that your hair is beautiful, you're beautiful. They come to school with their hair straight every day. Your hair can be curly, your hair can be in braids, it could be straightened. You could have so many different styles. That's what she loves about her hair now. Like,
that is it.
And one thing I did at the time is like I stopped straightening my hair. So I'll just have it curly or braids.
So she can love her hair.
Yeah.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something pretty good, man. We got a nice discussion, right? We got a nice discussion from our brother, or our brothers, right? And our sister, right? Having a nice discussion. They're just having a nice discussion. And one thing I love about, you know, people having these type of discussions, right? And at least this video in particular is that they can have a simple discussion that we can agree on certain things, right? And in this video, we can all agree that, once again, man, a lot of our kids, right? A lot of our kids in the Black community, they need to have their own identity within our culture, not wanting to sit over here and adapt somebody else's cultures, right? Somebody else's lifestyle, right? You having some kids saying, hey, well, you know, I don't want to be Black, I want to be white. You know, you're having some kids saying, hey, well, you know, I want to do this because somebody else is doing it, right? But, you know, you're like, hey, look, that's their culture. That's what they do. That's not what you do, right? Now, of course, you can try to tell sisters this. You can really try to tell sisters this. Hey, listen, it's not your culture to be sitting over here having straight blonde hair, right? Straight hair maybe, but blonde hair, come on. You know you can't get that. You know you cannot get that. That's somebody else's culture. Only Caucasians can do that. We know that to be true. But hey, guess what? Somehow, some way, a lot of your sisters come up with excuses to say, hey, well, you know what? It's wrong for women outside of our cultures to braid their hair, right? Because they can't braid. They cannot naturally get their hair braided like ours or twist their hairs like ours. Okay. Right. But then you turn around and go get blonde hair. And then I'm like, what in the world? And what people, you get a lot of women say, hey, well, you know what? It's a protective style. Well, get a protective style that looks exactly like your hair. But don't sit over here and get a protective style and don't sit over here and try to culture vulture in somebody else's culture. Get some type of hairstyle and then say, hey, well, you know what? This is, man, what I'm going through. Hey, well, you know what? This right here is just a protective style. I'm going to just say it's a protective style just so I can go out here and wear it. That's not fair. We all know that's not fair. And I'm not even the one even talking, man, because my barber, he is coming back in town this week. So, hey, guess what? I'm about to go ahead and get my head fixed, right? But the fact that you have women who try to make excuses for it, and you have little kids in the community growing up seeing this, like you see little kids at 6 years of age with extensions, with weave, with yarn in the hair. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? What are we teaching them? That it's okay to just sit over here and just put stuff in your hair, mess your head up. A lot of girls are becoming bald because of that stuff. But hey, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Like my oldest daughter came to me like when they started school, and the majority of kids there are white, so you have like the girls with the long hair, and like my oldest daughter came to me saying, oh mummy, I want to have long hair like my friends, and having to teach her that your hair is beautiful, you're beautiful. They come to school with their hair straight every day. Your hair can be curly, your hair can be in braids, it could be straightened. You could have so many different styles. That's what she loves about her hair now. Like, she would never want to be like any other person.
But my daughter one day was like, I want blonde hair like Jojo Siwa. I said, Banang, Jojo Siwa, you are... Everybody you could have told them.
White girl,
at least
Jojo.
Britney Spears, Taylor Swift. No, but I didn't have the vocabulary. I just said, please, I beg, this is the hair God gave you. You're beautiful as it is. Wear your crown.
And what I like about this brother is the fact that, once again, he is pretty much admitting that, hey, you know, I didn't know how to express or how to tell my daughter that, hey, this is your hairstyle. You need to love it. You need to appreciate it, right? You need to appreciate your hairstyle, right? Once again, I love the fact that he can admit that. And I love the fact that he's saying, hey, but I at least tried to tell her, this is, you just need to enjoy what you have. You need to appreciate what you have, right? He's just trying to say, hey, I really couldn't truly break it down to her. I really want to break it down to her as to why you need to keep your hairstyle, as to why you shouldn't want to mimic somebody else's hairstyle, why you shouldn't want to mimic another culture's hairstyle, or just mimic another culture in general. But to make it short, he's just saying, hey man, listen, I want you to look beautiful, but I want you to look beautiful in your way, nobody else's.
That is it.
And one thing I did at the time is like I stopped straightening my hair. So I'll just have it curly or braids.
So she can love her hair.
Yeah, but they watch what you do, you know.
Yeah.
They see mummy today, she's in blonde wig, blue wig.
That means what's going on?
The hair underneath is not good enough.
Yeah.
It's
Like
more,
boys don't get it as much.
they don't get it as much. You got a son now.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
you think it'll be important to do that?
1000%. Like, bro, I'll be kissing my son every morning. Mwah. Cute thing.
Yeah, you handsome boy.
Handsome boy. No, 100%. That's definitely one thing gonna instill confidence in him. 100%. Because again, that's one thing I feel I like that a lot. Like that self-confidence. Never had anyone there to be like, say, yo, don't worry, like you could do this, or you're capable, you're great. I never had any of that at all.
But now we're gonna do better.
100%. And we have to do better.
Right?
I love that, right? You gotta love that, because once again, it's monkey see, monkey do. We have a lot of sisters who like to do monkey see, monkey do, and of course, it's going to trickle down to your children. So here's the thing: if once again, like I said, I've seen it plenty of times where you have a lot of these daughters being raised by their mothers, and they sitting over here having yarn in their hair, and these kids are like 4 years of age, 5 years of age, 6 years of age. I'm like, bro, what is going on? You don't need to be having that stuff in your head, man. You're too young. You're too young. But when you look at the mother, you're just like, I see why. I see why, man. And it's once again, it's dang near every stereotypical sister, man, who tends to be a single mother and have kids by a bunch of men, or who is a bitter baby mother, or just who's your stereotypical sister, man, who once again, they feel independent. They don't need a man. So guess what? They're going to do whatever. So they're going to dress their kids up like some bops, like they about to go to a club, right? And then so over here and put yarn in their hair, right? And say, hey, well, I don't need no man looking at me and my daughter. But you're like, come on, man, you're going to have creeps out there. Dress your daughter up like a child. But the point that I want to make is the fact that, once again, she said, listen, at some point I see that her issue is she wants to look like her friends. Why not look like your mother? Right? So, hey, you know what? I see that her issues is she wants to be having straight hair. Hey, guess what? I'm gonna just stop straightening my hair as well. Because I'm assuming she is correlating me having straight hair with these girls, right? So, hey, she don't understand that they just have naturally straight hair, whereas you're gonna have to perm press your hair. You don't have natural straight hair, right? So, what did the mother say? Hey, well, you know what? I just stopped straightening out my hair, let it be curly, so my daughter can feel more comfortable or wanting to be herself. And then eventually she said that, you know, her daughter ain't wanting to be herself, wanting to have her own identity. And you got to appreciate that, because why can't so many other sisters just take that approach? Stop putting that stuff in your head and then turn around and saying, well, we're just using it for protective style. No, you're not. No, you're not, man. Grow some dreads, take care of your hair. Right? To grow some dreads and take care of your hair. And there are some women who just can't grow hair or whatever, so sometimes they may have to wear weave. I understand it, right? I understand it. But most of your women don't have those issues. Most of your sisters do not have those issues. But once again, they try and monkey see, monkey do, right? It's wild. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of sisters, man, who look freaking gorgeous with it. They look gorgeous with it. And if you're going to freaking do it, use it sparingly. Like I shouldn't be seeing every other week you're wearing some freaking weave. Every time I was going on a cruise with my girlfriend, she was freaking, can I get my hair done? I need twists, I need box braids, I need this, I need that. How about you just go with your natural hair, your natural curly hair? How about that? So for me personally, I just feel that, you know, with men, a lot of women need to start taking more of an approach of changing this stigma, changing this stereotype, because this, once again, we have a lot of sisters who hate this stereotype that is brought upon them, that they wear weave and this and that, but then they turn around and end up doing it. You hate the stereotype, but yet you end up showing that these stereotypes are true, right? Only you can break those stereotypes. So why not sit over here, man, and just lead by example, right? As you should, because you are a parent who 9 times out of 10 is going to have full custody of the child anyway, right? Lead by example. Just like how the mother said, you know what? I just stopped wearing my hair straight and allowed it to be curly so my daughter could feel comfortable with wearing just her natural hair. Hey, daughter, I know, I get it. You know, I was had my hair straight just like your friend. So that made you more inclined to, hey, well, I want to be just like my friends. Nah, look at my natural hair. Ain't nothing wrong with it. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I think this is just a good discussion. I definitely think this is a good discussion. We will always have these type of discussions, because once again, it ain't just about, we will always have these discussions. Right? We'll always have these discussions. But listen, guys, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe if you are enjoying this content.